Scott, thank you so much, sir, for coming on the program tonight. Good
Hey,
talking to you.
Cam, it's great to be back. Thanks.
And it's almost not even news anymore, Scott, when a mayor of New Jersey gets arrested for conspiracy and extortion charges. This time around, Trenton, New Jersey Mayor Tony Mack taken into custody by the FBI. Mr. Mack is a member of Mayors Against Illegal Guns, as it turns out.
Indeed, he is, and he's mayor of one of the most anti-gun cities in the state of New Jersey, if not the United States. And, I laughed before, but it's really a serious matter. I mean, this guy just got into office, and immediately he's out there doing allegedly corrupt and illegal things. I mean, this whole thing was a scam put on by the FBI, over some parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
And he and the mayor and his brother, were right in the middle of this, ready to compromise their oath, ready to try to turn public office into a money mill for themselves. And Cam, it's just, New Jersey's known for its corruption, but you'd think, now in the 21st century we'd have a handle on it, but really we don't. And it goes deep, and it's very interesting to see how many of these corrupt mayors are members of the Bloomberg coalition.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is not the first mayor by any stretch of the imagination associated with Mayors Against Illegal Guns who has been arrested. Not even the first in New Jersey, I believe.
I'm sure not, but it just...
Well, Mayor Healy, Jeremiah Healy, he had his arrest, not on corruption charges, but...
Well, he skated by... Okay, there was a huge shakeup in Jersey City, of which he is mayor, a few years ago, and some of the people in his administration went to jail,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow he managed to escape it. But it actually was pretty close there for a while. We were actually thinking an indictment could come down on him any day, but he managed to wriggle out of that one. We're not sure how, but yeah, look, Jersey's a tough place. Okay. There are more and more, though, Cam. There are pro-gun politicians popping up here. We have actually a couple of legislators who have been lifelong or almost lifelong members of NRA. But it seems in this mayor's coalition, the idea of being anti-gun and also being corrupt, I'm not saying they go together, but it just says something. It says something when people who are corrupt and criminal also sign on to Bloomberg's coalition.
Well, yeah, I think it does say something, and try this theory on, Scott. These mayors who allegedly engage in these types of corrupt activities to benefit their own pocket, I think a lot of times they use anti-gun politics the same way. I think they use these anti-gun policies as an excuse for their own failings to clean up their cities and to make their cities safer. And they can say, well, look, Virginia doesn't have the type of gun control we need, or we need Congress to do the job, as opposed to them actually making these neighborhoods safer.
Well, that is absolutely true, Cam. I mean, we've seen this over and over in Jersey City, in Newark. Okay, when a mayor can't handle their crime problem in
Mm-hmm.
Camden, New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
when a mayor can't handle their crime problem, blame someone else. Okay, join an anti-gun group, blame someone else. It must be the gun laws in Pennsylvania or Virginia that are responsible for our crime, okay, instead of taking responsibility, for the crime problem. And, as we've talked about many times, one of the solutions to crime, and particularly gun crime, is to I say this a lot. There's really one gun law that's needed, and that is you commit a violent crime with a gun, you go away for a very, very long time, no plea bargaining, no lenient sentences, and no early parole. Criminals get that. I mean, it's not rocket science, but these guys are busy putting on a show. Okay, and that's what politics, unfortunately, has devolved to in many places, not just New Jersey.
Right.
It's a show. We've gotten elected. We're going to see, it's like the Chicago way, let's see how we can use our public office to line our own pockets. And it's really, it's a violation of oath. It's a corruption of everything good. And, it's great that the FBI is cracking down on stuff like this, but who's watching the watchers? Who watches what's going on at higher levels of government?
Right.
In Congress. They're a little smarter in Congress. They just pass laws allowing themselves to do stuff like insider trading. They just make it legal for them to do whatever they want. But yeah, I mean, the thread is common. And honestly, in this day and age, with so much research and so many statistics and so much common sense and light shed on the gun issue, I mean, it is pretty clear gun control is a dead idea, a dead and dying idea. And, the guys that are still hanging on to it, there's a reason for it. And, dirty is dirty.
Yeah.
Either way.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Scott, as always, sir, appreciate you coming on the program. Look forward to seeing you in studio later this week.
Thanks, Cam. Looking forward to it, too. We'll see you then.
All right. Scott Bach, head of the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs, joining us here on NRA News.